Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about important one to write simple formulas of inorganic chemistry. To write inorganic formulas, we have to know classification of ions. First, let me see classification of ions. Classification of ions. So right now, first what is ions? Ions nothing but charged species are said to be ions. Again, ions are classified into two types, cations and anions. So first let me see cations classification. Cations classification. Cations. So in this cations again they are classified into five types. So monovalent, bivalent, trivalent, tetravalent, pentavalent. So let me discuss about monovalent cations. Monovalent cations. Monovalent cations. So right now monovalent cations nothing but for suppose first year group elements. Let me write lithium cation, sodium cation, potassium cation, rubidium cation, rubidium cation. Next Cu plus 1, cuprous cation. This is the cuprous cation. Cuprous cation. Next, Hg plus 1, mercurous. Mercurous cation. Next, Au plus 1, Rs cation. Rs cation. Next, Ag plus 1, Argentinous cation. Argentinous. Argentinous cation, Argentinous cation, NH4 plus, NH4 plus, ammonium cation, ammonium cation, ammonium cation, pH4 plus, pH4 plus, phosphonium cation, phosphonium cation, etc. So these are the monovalent cations. Next, bivalent cations, bivalent cations. Bivalent cations. So cations with plus 2 charge, cations with plus 1 charge. So these are the cations with plus 2 charge or the cations which bears plus 2 charge. Right now bivalent cations are first let me write for second year group element Be plus 2, Mg plus 2, Ca plus 2, Sr plus 2, Ba plus 2 etc. Next, we should write Cu plus 2. So this is said to be cupric. What is this now? Cupric. Right now, copper should be exhibited in two states: Cu plus 1 state and Cu plus 2 state. Cu plus 2 state. Copper exhibits Cu plus 1 and state and Cu plus 2 state. Cu plus 1 is said to be cuprous, and Cu plus 2 is said to be cupric. Ic is the OUS is the suffix here. Here OUS is a suffix here, OUS is a suffix here, IC is the suffix. So means if any element shows two types of oxidations, two types of cations, so plus 1, plus 2 like that. In the case what is more, lower one should be with OUS suffix, higher one should be IC suffix. Okay, now cuprous, cupric. So next, Fe plus 2. This is said to be ferrous. Fe plus 2 is said to be ferrous. Fe plus 2 is said to be ferrous. Next, Co plus 2, cobaltous. Co plus 2, cobaltous. Next, Ni plus 2, Ni plus 2, nickel. It is as usual nickel cation, nickel cation. Next, Tr plus 2, chromous cation, chromous cation, chromous cation. Next, zinc plus 2, Zn plus 2. So it is general one, zinc cation, zinc cation. So these are the bivalent cations. Okay, now. So next, let me see Mn plus 2 also. We should write manganese. Mn plus 2 also manganese, manganese. And also Pt plus 2, platinous, platinous. Pt plus 2 also what more? Platinous cations. So these are the Sn plus 2 also. Sn plus 2 we should write. Stannous cation, stannous, stannous cation, stannous cations. Okay, okay. So this is about the bivalent cations. Bivalent cations. Okay, na. So monovalent cations mean plus 1 charge. Bivalent cations mean cation with plus 2 charge. అంటే మనం ఒక ఫార్ములా రాయాలంటే సో ఫస్ట్ ఏం తెలియాలి అంటే మనకు క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ అయాన్స్ తెలిస్తే సో దాని నుంచి మనం ఒక ఫార్ములా రాస్తాం అన్నట్లు. అంటే క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ అయాన్స్, దాంట్లో క్యాటయాన్ రకాలు, యానయాన్ రకాలు, ఇవన్నీ తెలిస్తే మనము ఫార్ములా ఈజీగా రాస్తాం కాబట్టి సో ఇవి ఫస్ట్ క్యాటయాన్, మోనోవాలెంట్ క్యాటయాన్, బైవాలెంట్ క్యాటయాన్. నెక్స్ట్ లెట్ వి సీ ట్రైవాలెంట్ క్యాటయాన్స్. So trivalent cations, trivalent cations, trivalent cations. Trivalent cations means so the cations with +3 charge. Right now let me write a very important one, Fe plus 3. Fe plus 3. So this is said to be what ma ferric cation. Ferric cation. Next Cr plus 3, chromic cation. Chromic cation. Chromic cation. Next CO plus 3, cobaltic cation. Cobaltic cation. Next Sb plus 3, antimonous cation. Next As plus 3, arsenous cation. Okay, Mn plus 3 also. Mn plus 3, manganic cation. Manganic cation. So these are some trivalent cations, some important trivalent cations. Next tetravalent cations. Tetravalent cations means the cations with +4 charge. So right now, what are these tetravalent cations? No, simple. We should write 2 or Pt plus 4. Platinic cation. So what is this? Platinic cation. Next Sn plus 4. Sn plus 4. It is said to be stannic cation. Stannic cation. So this is the tetravalent cations important. Next pentavalent cations are pentavalent cations. Pentavalent cations with +5 charge. Cations with +5 charge. So we should write as Sb plus 5. This is said to be antimonic cation. Antimonic cation. Antimonic cation. Next As plus 5, arsenic cation. So this is the class cations. సో అంటే ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఏంటంటే క్యాటయాన్స్ యొక్క రకాలు. నెక్స్ట్ చూద్దాం యానయాన్స్ యొక్క రకాలు ఆర్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ యానయాన్స్. Right now, next one, anions. Anions nothing but the ions with negative charge. The ions with negative charge called as the anions. So let me write here monovalent anion first of all. Monovalent anions. Monovalent anions. So monovalent anions, for suppose here we should write F minus fluoride, Cl minus bromide, I minus iodide, Cl minus chloride, I minus iodide, Br minus bromide, Br minus bromide. So these are all halogen family elements: fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide, etc. Next, for suppose if you write here ClO minus, this is said to be hypochlorite. Next, BRO minus is said to be hypobromite. Next, IO minus is said to be hypoiodite. Next, if I am writing ClO2 minus 1, this is said to be chlorite. If I am writing ClBrO2 minus bromite. IO2 minus, that is iodide. IO2 minus iodide. Next, ClO3 minus chlorate. Next, BrO3 minus bromate. For suppose next IO3 minus iodate. IO3 minus iodate. Next, if I am writing ClO4 minus perchlorate, perchlorate, perchlorate. Next, BrO4 minus perbromate, perbromate, perbromate. If I am writing IO4 minus periodate, periodate, periodate like this. So next MnO4 minus permanganate, 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 MnO4 minus permanganate, CS3COO minus, CS3COO minus acetate, acetate. So means this all has only minus one charge. For suppose if we write the formula of so NaCl is sodium chloride, NaCl sodium chloride, NaOCl sodium hypochlorite. Next NaClO2 sodium chlorite, NaClO3 sodium chlorate, NaClO4 what is that? Sodium perchlorate. Okay na? Sodium chloride, sodium hypochlorite, sodium chlorite, sodium chlorate, sodium perchlorate, like that. Okay na? Next let me see some more anions, some more anions are monovalent anions. Let me see. Monovalent anions, monovalent anions. Right now, next HCOO minus formate, HCOO minus formate. Next HCO3 minus hydrogen carbonate or bicarbonate, hydrogen carbonate or bicarbonate. HSO4 minus bisulfate, bisulfate, bisulfate. HS minus bisulfide, bisulfide. O2 minus 1, O2 minus 1 superoxide, O2 minus 1 superoxide, O2 minus 1 superoxide. NO3 minus nitrate, NO3 minus nitrate, NO2 minus nitrite, NO3 minus nitrite. So these are the some important monovalent anions. Next let me see bivalent anions. Bivalent anions. Bivalent anions. So means the anions with minus 2 charge, those are said to be bivalent anions. Example SO4 minus 2 sulfate. Next CO3 minus 2 carbonate, carbonate. SO3 minus 2 sulfite, sulfite. S minus 2, S minus 2 sulfide, S minus 2 sulfide. MnO4, MnO4 minus 2 manganate, manganate, manganate. MnO4 minus 2 manganate. Next C2O4 minus 2, C2O4 minus 2 oxalate, oxalate, C2O4 minus 2 oxalate. Okay na? So many are there. S4O6 minus 2 tetrathionate, 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 etc. So many are there. So but we wrote only important bivalent anions. Next trivalent anions, trivalent anions, trivalent minus 3 charge. Right now we should write PO4 minus 3 phosphate. PO4 minus 3 what ma? Phosphate. Phosphate. And PO3 minus 3 is what? Phosphite. Phosphite. PO3 minus 3 is phosphite. ASO4 minus 3 arsenate. 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 Okay na? So these are some important trivalent anions. Okay. Next. Next one, tetravalent, tetravalent, tetravalent only if you are there. So that is P2O7 minus 4, pyrophosphate, pyrophosphate, pyrophosphate. Pyrophosphate is the best example for the tetravalent. Next, AS2O7 minus 4, pyroarsenate, pyroarsenate. Next, Sb2O7 minus 4, pyroantimonate, pyroantimonate. Next, C minus 4, carbide, C minus 4, carbide. So this is the classification of ions. Right now, with the help of the classification of ions, we should write all salt formulas very easily by using crisscross method. అంటే ఒక క్రిస్క్రాస్ మెథడ్ అనే పద్ధతి ద్వారా ఈజీగా మనం ఈ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ క్యాటయాన్స్ మరియు ఆనయాన్స్ని వినియోగించి సింపుల్గా మనము ఏంటంటే ఫార్ములా రాస్తాం. ఏదైనా ఇనార్గానిక్ ఫార్ములా అనేది రాస్తాం. ఎట్లనో చూద్దాం ఇప్పుడు. ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ నేను 3 కేసెస్ తీసుకున్నాను. ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఒకసారి కేస్ 1 తీసుకుంటాను. కేస్ 1, ఇక్కడ కేస్ 2, కేస్ 3 అని ఒక 3 కైండ్స్ తీసుకున్నాను. కేస్ 1, కేస్ 2, కేస్ 3. ఫర్ సపోజ్ if the anion or cation having same charge, same numerical charge, right now for suppose here if I am writing Na plus 1 and Cl minus 1, Na plus 1 and Cl minus 1. So here there is no need to crisscross it, just we can cancel the charges. So we should write NaCl is the formula. So right now for suppose if I am writing Ba plus 2 plus SO4 minus 2. So what is this? We know barium. This is what? Sulfate. So plus 2 and minus 2, both charges are there. We can cancel them and we should write BaSO4 as usual. So means if the both charges are there, so we no need to crisscross. In second case, in case 2, if I am writing here Ca plus 2, Ca plus 2 and NO3 minus 1, NO3 minus 1. So in this case what? This is plus 2 charge, this is the minus 1 charge. Sign of the charges. So right now it is plus 2 is there, minus 1 is there. So in that case we can crisscross it. So means 1 come toward the calcium side. Can I write here Ca1 and NO3. So we cannot disturb the structure of the anion. So NO3. So right now it's a group of anions are there. Group of anion, group of atoms with forming an anion. So that we can write the bracket here. NO3 taken. So here 2 come this side. CaNO3 taken twice. So 1 has no value, so means we should write CaNO3 taken twice. Calcium nitrate. Calcium we know is the nitrate. Calcium nitrate. For suppose if I am writing Ca plus 2 and Cl minus 1. So in this case here only it's a element anion. So there is no group of atoms are not forming anion. So that we should write simply CaCl2. No need to write the bracket here. So why? Because only one atom has a anion. So CaCl2, calcium chloride. So this is case 2. In case 3, so for suppose if I am writing CH3 COO minus and plus what was Ca plus 2 or Mg plus 2, Mg plus 2. CH3COO minus or else first of all we should write Mg plus 2, Mg plus 2 and CH3COO minus, COO minus. Okay, na minus 1 here. So in that case what we should write? Here we should write the total. Now we can crisscross this total formula CH3COO right now. So here 2. So we can write as Ca3CO taken twice and Mg like this. Magnesium acetate. Magnesium acetate. In all cases, to name the salt, first cation followed by the anion. So here for suppose here anion followed by the cation is there, but we can name it as magnesium acetate, not acetate magnesium. So all cases cation followed by anion, cation followed by anion. For suppose if I am writing here, so if I wanted to write sodium oxalate formula, sodium oxalate formula, we should write sodium oxalate formula. So if I am writing sodium is Na plus 1 from the table, oxalate is C2O4 minus 2. So we can crisscross it. Why? Because both charges are different. So 2 come this side, Na2 and C2O4. Na2 C2O4, sodium oxalate. So right now calcium phosphate, Ca plus 2 plus PO4 minus 3 is there. Calcium. So this is a calcium, it's a phosphate. We have to crisscross it. 3 come this side, Ca3 and PO4 taken twice. Calcium phosphate like this. So we should write any formula. So by using this classification of anions and cations, అంటే మనం ప్రతి ఒక్క ఫార్ములా ఇనార్గానిక్ కెమిస్ట్రీలో వచ్చే ప్రతి ఒక్క ఫార్ములా ఈ టేబుల్ని వినియోగించి మనం సింపుల్గా క్రిస్ క్రాస్ మెథడ్ వినియోగించి ఈజీగా ప్రతి ఒక్క ఫార్ములాను మనము రాయొచ్చు అన్నట్లు. అంటే ఇది బేసిక్గా మనం కెమిస్ట్రీ పైన ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పుట్టాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ఫార్ములా రైటింగ్ తెలియాలన్నట్లు. ఒక ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ లాగా మనకు ఇది ఒక ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ లాగా ఇది కూడా రాయాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇది వెళ్ళాలంటే మనకి ఏం తెలియాలంటే, సో పీరియాడిక్ టేబుల్లోని ప్రతి ఎలిమెంట్ సింబల్ తెలుసుకోవాలి. వీ హ్యావ్ టు నో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు లర్న్ every element symbol from the periodic table. Then after, so we should learn the classification of ions, and then after we learn, so we have to learn criss-cross formulation to write a formula, to write an inorganic formula. Thank you.